Interview with the Senate Committee Chair on Defense, Senator Momo Cyrus, and we talk about this committee intervention as it relates to the AFL call to bring in equipment donated or provided by friendly institutions. Senator, welcome to the microphones.
Thank you so much, Senator Davis and the rest of the media institution represented to have in my office to discuss this very important concern. So I'm glad that we are here this afternoon. Thank you and welcome to my office as well.
Thank you. Senator, have you heard from the AFL as it relates to the provision of equipment to the AFL to bring in that equipment, requesting a little over $1 million? How far are we? What is your committee doing?
So we don't work, our working is not always in the press. Many times when we have these engagements, especially when it comes to do security, we do behind the curtains negotiation and discussion. So this matter came to us some 3 months ago. The chief of staff of the Army, the AFL General Follett, has written us about the situations that we were given some equipment by the AU, and they were ready. All we needed was transportation. We did not just sit. We did flag the issue with the executive of asking them to see how the executive could help support this because the equipment questions are needed. Liberia, we are in dire need of security equipment, especially military hardware, considering our army. And so that negotiation has been going on. But the good thing about it is that we are almost at the point where the machines will be transported. The government of the Republic of Liberia, through His Excellency Joseph Newman Bwaka, who happened to be the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia, have agreed and have instructed the Finance Minister to make the money available. It's known that the money is being made available already for the machines or the equipment to be transported.
Senator, I'm Bill and I write for Inquirer newspaper, and I listened to you. You said that issue is already in the preview, but I'm a little bit concerned looking at what is happening now globally, especially with our traditional ally, that's the United States of America. Use a project now scaling down. Let's say I've already shut down. Taking into consideration with that, how soon do we expect this equipment to be in the country?
Well, everything is processed. The biggest thing was the government to provide the fundings, and there are committees responsible to make sure the equipment in country. What I can assure you is that the Liberian government has made the money available to transport. There are processes in transporting it, so I wouldn't tell you 1 week, 2 weeks, but the good thing about it, the money has been provided by the Liberian government to get the equipment in country.
Or my name is Emmanuel T. I report for Cool. What are the equipment in terms of names?
Well, there are a lot of equipment. I cannot say all, but they are all military equipment that will help to boost the military capacity of our armed forces of Liberia. But very dedicated and needed equipment that the EU has given us.
So my name is Zach Sherman from Verity newspaper. My concern is basically with this coming up and with this concern, in most cases coming from the AFL. Back then you heard about the issue of payment, delay in salaries. I mean, as chair on security here, do you have room for some programs to resolve these kind of issues?
So where we had a situation once, and it is normal that sometimes there will be delayed of salary, not in a very long time, but because sometimes the procedures or because sometimes it has to do with transfer of money, they can be delayed, but the army has always gotten her money on time. So sometimes when there's a delay for a week, it's just not good enough for the authority or the hierarchy at the Armed Forces of Liberia to inform the Ghanaian men and women that there will be delay. It's just the matter of being responsible and be a good leader. You have to communicate properly to your honor men that there will be delay in salary. But the issue of delay has not been an issue with the AFL. AFL has gotten, and not just the AFL, the security apparatus as a whole has gotten their payment on time.
Senator, my name is Blamoto from the Liberian Investigator. I have 2 questions. The first one is, have you identified a security expert? What are some of those challenges you have observed from our army that you think the bringing in of this equipment will really solve? And second, the last time you were in the chamber and you brought to the attention the plenary the government's refusal or delay to settle those EPS officers who are quote unquote illegally dismissed, and you stressed the security implication it has on the country. Where are we with that?
So let me first correct you. I did not say the officers were illegally dismissed.
No, I said quote unquote there were people who were claiming.
Yes, but they are not. They were not illegally dismissed. It is with the preview of the authority of the EPS to find out who are qualified or who are legitimized to be there, because the EPS is close protection. It's a matter of trust and training. So, but what we said is that those officers that were dismissed have worked for the presidency, and they should get paid. And we insist they will get paid. I mean, from the standpoint of the National Security Committee, we currently insist that those dismissed EPS officers get paid by virtue of them serving the presidency for the time on the review. Now, with your question regarding the importance of the equipment, if I heard you right, we can overemphasize that Liberia has got some challenges with finances. And I mean, military equipment are very expensive. And so the assistance from the EU is very timely and welcoming to help Liberia as a member state, of the African Union to assist with the military equipment and hours. I think it's a good thing. We will take advantage of it. And what I said is going to boost the logistic base of our armed forces of Liberia.
Just a bit to that quickly, Becky. So just a bit to that, you talk about you are insisting that they get paid. What effort your committee has done to ensure that?
We have rating the pro tem for which is our leader, and the pro tem is doing everything possible to get in contact with the executive, and so the executive can make the money available. We are saying that those people are our citizens, and they are our citizens, and so we have to make sure that they are satisfied and then being given justice. I'm saying to you that the Liberian Senate have agreed and will collaborate and liaise with the with the executive to make sure that those dismissed officers are paid.
So now the president has agreed the president has instructed, according to you, has instructed the Ministry of Finance to ensure that resources are made available for the equipment that come to the
I said that, yes, the president, the CRC has instructed the finance minister to...
Chair on security.
I'm giving you...
You can tell us what the monetary value you're talking about?
No, there was a request, and I'm just telling you that the money has been made available for the transportation of the equipment.
Just to send up upon taking over in the February, because I'm asking the question because we're going again to another Armed Forces Day celebration. Last year, unprecedentedly, the Armed Forces Day wasn't held because of protest from somewhere women believed to be wives of the Armed Forces of Liberia. They were agitating for the removal of Prince Johnson, then defense minister, after being appointed by the president. And with that, the president set up a committee to do investigations of what one believed, quote unquote, motive. And then since then, I've written 2 articles on that, and we yet to see or hear anything about the report. I'm concerned ahead of this year Armed Forces Day as chair on the Senate Committee on Defense and Security Intelligence. Have you ever met or talked to the president or the armed forces as it relates to that report? And if yes, what are some of the findings?
So what I can allude to is that there will be an Armed Forces Day celebration this year. All of the hiccups and situations that did surround the last year's celebration activities has been settled. I'm not going to speak to the issue of reports or findings, but I can assure you that the Armed Forces Day will be here. It will be grand in come April, let's say February 11th.
Yes, finally from my end. Again, I'm Sherman from Verity Newspapers. There's this claim of alarming security threat. Talk about human violations, deaths, around the country. are you not worried about?
What you call human violation? You have to be specific. Why? What are you talking about human violation? And what
Yeah,
what is it that you want to discuss?
the depths of some individuals, and you hold a strategic position relatively to the
Therefore,
security
you got to be clear with your
So-
question.
so-
Which individual
Yeah,
from
so,
where and where?
so the question is, sir, the question is, there is this claim of people being found dead. You know, there is this worried among Liberians. The question is, as a chair on security, are you not afraid? If yes, what do you intend to do to address it?
Afraid of what? This country has got the criminal justice system, and we have explicit confidence in the criminal justice system. Those deaths that occur are being investigated, and culprits will be booked. And look, one of the things I did during the confirmation hearing of the justice minister, I did pose that question that no one citizen will get missing without a proper justice given. And he assures during his hearing that he's going to make sure that no one citizen will go missing without proper accountability, and even if there's culprit will be brought to justice. So those reports are going. In fact, just today, the issue came up in the Liberian Senate, and we're going to be discussing that with the security apparatus to ensure that those people, those deaths are investigated and culprit brought to justice.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much, and it's a pleasure. I'm talking to the media on these issues. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.
And maybe take a picture.